Hello everybody at Enchanted Emerald. This is Melissa bringing you another reading, and this evening here, November 18th, 2021, I wanted to talk to you guys about this full moon lunar eclipse that we're going to be experiencing, and it's going to be happening in Taurus, so my sign. And with Taurus, we talk about Taurus being ruled by the planet Venus. Okay, so we're talking about love, beauty, money. So this is really going to be highlighting our aspects of our self-worth. We're going to be talking about relationships. It could be bringing things up with relationships. It could be bringing things up with career, right? So this is what we're stepping into as we experience this. So stepping into the energy here, really feeling as though Spirit comes in with the word strategize, right? Like this is a time for you to get your game face on. Things are going to be happening for you, and I do feel that this comes in with a great big potential for you to really shift your game, like really level up, right? This could be a game changer for you only on so much as you have done your inner work and gotten to a point where you feel you are worthy, right? Or where you believe that you can achieve these things, right? So have you done your inner work? Where do you stand in terms of your feelings of self-worth? And are you doing your self-care to get yourself through some of these subconscious blocks, these subconscious patterns? Because I do feel like it's going to be highlighting a lot of these suppressed emotions maybe that are surfacing. Some of these things are going to be being highlighted, coming to the surface for you to examine, right? To self-examine, to release, to let go, to really create some space for some new amazing things to come in for you. I do feel like this could really take you to next level, really change your life here, okay? So as we step into this, you know, I really think this can bring you what you want. I think that you have to first, the key component of this, of course, at first, is that, you know, it has to be something that you are ready to initiate working with in terms of, you know, understanding that one will attract the other. Things go hand in hand, okay, in terms of your self-care and your self-worth versus like what you attract in terms of your love situation, your money situation, your career, and things like that. All right. And I feel like in the past, you may have had difficulty accepting yourself for who you are. Maybe you are a little bit eccentric, and I feel as though that's something you've always had to stand your ground with. You've always had to stand up for yourself. You've always had to really kind of defend yourself in terms of what you believe or why you believe a certain thing or why you dress a certain way or why you act a certain way. Like you might have been bullied about that. And I feel that this is now going to be a time for you to embrace that, where this is going to be highlighted for you, where we're going to be focusing on the individuality, right? And as you embrace more of that key aspect of your individuality, the more things will happen for you. I feel like even more quickly, even, right? And so, or, you know, I do feel like where in the past you might not have fit in, you defending yourself, it could have really kind of left you in a place where you were questioning yourself. Even though you knew what you believed and you believed it firmly, the fact that you had to constantly defend yourself or constantly come forward to explain yourself to people, maybe it kind of left you in a place of maybe sometimes questioning yourself or questioning is this worth it, right? Always having to explain yourself to people, or maybe is it worth this having this relationship with this person, or pursuing relationships, maybe feeling left out, right? But I feel like this is going to work in your favor now. So where you were in the past maybe feeling threatened and constantly having to stand up for yourself, defend yourself and what you believed in, now you're going to see that that's going to work in your favor, where this follow through, where you've always stood in your authenticity and always had some faith in standing in your authenticity and following through with that, It's now like where karma comes back and it's going to work in your favor for you. So instead of having the difficulties of questioning yourself at times, you're going to see things happening for you, and it's going to be an amazing feeling. I feel like all the good feels with that. So what I feel with this too is it could be a situation that is coming up for healing, something that was suppressed from the past, a certain incident in which somebody did bully you or say a certain remark that really hurt your feelings. It triggered you, it stirred up a lot of emotion, but it also struck a chord with you in terms of it was intended to trigger you, right? So that you do examine things, so that you do understand that it's okay to be who you want to be, and act how you want to act, and dress how you want to dress, and it's okay to stand in that authenticity. So I feel like it hit a nerve, but it also struck a chord where something resonated with you, right? Where it was almost like an aha moment, or is going to be an aha moment. As it surfaces this time to heal, you'll see a new perspective out of it, right? And so it's going to be ushering in a new perspective, and there's going to come in now to new ideas, new beliefs, and a whole new system. What I feel with this is Spirit showed me a meteor, right? Like, you know how meteors come in and they come in through the atmosphere and they're burning really bright and really big, and they get smaller and smaller until they completely diminish and break apart. It's like your light was shining very, very bright, your internal light, your connection with the divine, and you had no problem standing up in for who you were, and you know what your beliefs were and things like that. And as you got bullied, maybe I don't know if bullied is the right word, but as you went through things, I guess, as you experienced things, you kind of got worn down a little bit, right? As you experienced things through your life, it got a little bit dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, right? Because you allowed this external harsh world to affect you at your core. And so it got a little bit dimmer, much like the meteor that comes in and gets dimmer and dimmer and smaller until it completely breaks apart. Well, that's what I feel with this, right? It's almost where this is going to be like you being the phoenix rising from the ashes, where you have completely broke down and broke apart, right? And now you're going to be rising from the ashes, burning bright with brilliant color, right? And you're like on fire with passion. And so, and I'm getting chills with this. I really love this. This is definitely a validation. So this is beautiful because in essence, you have allowed yourself to rebuild your life, so to speak. So it has to collapse, right? You have to get down to the foundation that's intact still to rebuild it in a new and better and improved way, right? And that's exactly what's happening, I feel, with that. And so you're reigniting your passions, finding new passions as these new ideas and things come in. Now, through all of this, we want you to remain grounded with that Taurus aspect coming in with this full moon. It's important to remain grounded through this, right? When I talk about that, I want you to return to earth, that ash, right? We want you to return to earth, what keeps you grounded. So you could be returning to old habits, old patterns, things that once in the past kept you feeling stable throughout some of these experiences. Now, whatever that looks like for you, whether that was going to the gym, whether that was going for a run, whether that was whatever helps you in terms of managing your stress and managing your anxiety, or keeping you feeling like you're in a routine through all of this, because of course this is not going to happen overnight and it's not going to be easy, although it could happen overnight, right? I do feel like life-altering, life-changing things happening for us with this, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But I do feel like there's importance here for you to keep yourself grounded throughout all of this. So what you once did in the past that maybe you haven't done in a long time, reconnecting to the energy of you in that by doing those things, whether it's riding a bike or crafting, doing something with your hands, painting, journaling, doing something to keep yourself in a routine, to keep yourself grounded, and some sort of a ritual to help you feel your way through this as well, to keep in touch with your higher self. Okay? Now, as you are the phoenix rising from the ashes, that's part of reconnecting to your magic, right? Reconnecting to your passions, reconnecting to your intuition, right? It's a rebirth, okay? I really feel that this is going to be life-altering, life-changing. I feel as though there will be unexpected events happening, but not like bad, right? I don't feel like unexpected things happening that will be, I don't want to say bad, but Spirit used the word shockwave, so they could be shocking, right? Things that you didn't expect, to pave the way for you as you move forward to a new existence, okay? It may not be welcome. I will say that. It may not be welcome, right? Because we don't always want change, especially when we're talking about the Taurus, because it's a fixed sign. So, it will be something that will turn the tides, though. Okay? So, let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of this suppressed stuff with this turning of the tides coming up. I feel like it's going to be a catalyst for change, a catalyst of propelling you onto a new and improved path, okay? Ultimately, I feel as though it's going to be, in the end, very nurturing. It's going to be love-based. I do feel like this suppressed stuff that can't be ignored any longer, that is coming up to be released, is going to be very much in your favor to release it, to let go through all of this, allowing this eclipse to do that for you, because there is a lot of expansion that we still have to go through and grow through. And so embracing your individuality through that, speaking your truth, taking an adventure. I do feel as though you might feel very compelled to change your support system up. You might be drawn to hanging out with a whole new set of people, or letting go of certain supports in your life that are no longer serving you. I do feel as though with this too, that with this whole expansion, it really highlights, Spirit is using the word authoritarian. So when I talk about that, when we talk about our individuality and authoritarian, are you feeling compelled to just follow the rules? Or are you feeling compelled to stand up and be a leader? And I do feel as though it's about examining your own beliefs in terms of what a leader is to you, what qualities does a leader embody, and I feel as though this leader-like role that you're going to be taking on is going to be carrying us over into like a new world almost, okay? And so I do feel like this new world is going to be love-based, and it's going to be one where there will be open involvement, there will be equal sharing of thoughts and ideas. And again, that's where this whole Taurus brings this ruling planet of Venus, where this love and beauty, there's a whole harmony aspect to that. So what leadership qualities do you bring to the table? How can you assist in that and in that process? So these are things that are going to be really highlighted as you start to express your individuality. I do feel as though you'll be bold in that endeavor as well. And don't be afraid to be bold in taking action in expressing your individuality. Keep your throat chakra open, because as we move forward, there will be a lot of love and acceptance and embracing one another. And I feel that very strongly. So this is what I see for this lunar eclipse in Taurus and full moon. So I do feel as though this is beautiful energy. I do so hope that this resonates for you. And as always, if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can use my Square site to book a session with me. or you can hit me up in the messenger or at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.